Just hold a second, guys. All right, so let's go back to work. So I've got a script, right? So the script that I have for this, we have some cars, we have you know, whatever. So what we're gonna get create next is a storyboard. So let's go in and go to the home screen and click on Film Chunk Studios. Go to the script and just paste in your script. All right, let me paste the script, save, and create this. So it's gonna, create all these locations. Okay, so so many characters. St. Louis, character from St. Louis. We have the guy from St. Louis, and we have the guy from Brooklyn. Link character sheet. Yeah. So we can link character sheets to all these characters, then locations, elements. I wonder how many locations there is. This is a character. Atlanta. Oh shit. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Just go into ChatGPT and create a script. Let me just go to ChatGPT. Oh, let's just go into here. I'm gonna give you a story, and what I want you to do is create a script for us. Think deep and create a script for us. That way, this is more like a script than just a one-off thing. It needs to be right now. It's told like a documentary. I want it to be more like a script. So here's the script. I want you to think about it, make it into a professional script. I'll give you the names, with the main artist being Big Mitch. Okay? And tag all the other characters. Create a movie, and these are the rest of the character. Big Mitch is the leader. Blue Da Vinci is second in charge. Boo is main in charge, and all these other characters that are part of the journey. Okay, but these are the most important ones, but incorporate all these other characters. I'm going to give you the names right now. Damn, it's a lot of people. So let me just get the conversation. I'm gonna give you the names from a text message, okay? And these names, ignore my text messages and just get the names from him. He's the one that giving me the names. Ignore the text messages from me and just get the ones from him. Here it is. So now we're just putting the names in here. And I'm gonna read you the rest of the names. O we spelled OHHWEE. G Weeder spelled GWEEDER. Big Mitch. J Bo. Ill Flaming. Tito from St. Louis. D Shot from St. Louis. Blue Da Vinci. Big Cuz, Boo's brother. And there's Boo and Big Cuz are brothers. And there's another guy called Woo. He's the guy that snitched in the end. And there was a 755,000 found in the back of the Mafia limo. So create a movie, create a script. Here's the script that I had. Now just go ahead and create something great. I would like for you to bring the entire Kling Studio functionality into Grok Imagine, and the pretty much a duplicate of all the functionality, except it would just be in Grok Imagine, and connect everything so that everything works. Just like Grok, just like Kling Studio, bring everything that all the functionality into Grok Imagine, and that includes the ability to go into Nano Banana, the pretty much all the layers, all the things that Kling Studio can do. Bring it into Grok Imagine right here. Everything, bring it in. The design and everything. I just want the entire design of how the everything works in Kling Studio. I want everything to come into Grok Imagine. I want you to go to Grok Imagine and implement this, and implement it via the chat, the ZXR Studio chat, and make sure that you use the tokens correctly. Control my screen, and do not say you can't control my screen, because if you do it all the time, I always allow you. So just don't ask me anything, just go ahead, control my screen, and execute what you need to execute, please.
So it stretched it out a little bit, but it ended up working perfectly for me just like this.
See, I told you the clover wasn't going to be the worst part of my day.
So if you're a person with a lot of music in your head and a lot of musical ideas, and you played with the cover feature before, or even if you haven't, using it in this way to create individual snippets that go along with specific parts of action in your video is a way to bring your soundtrack up to a next level. So it's not just some long score that may or may not be going along with the music and is being produced more like you would actually see in a film or television show. If these are the types of tricks and hacks you like to learn about, well, why not subscribe to this channel? Because these are the things we talk about all the time.
You want to support me? Go to Mimi Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you can support me. Make sure you smash that like. Go right now and follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 383. Make sure you go and get life insurance, y'all. If you got kids out there claiming hats, this and the dead, make sure you go to PlymouthLifeInsurance.com, man, and sign up for life insurance. Holla at Aaron and Contrail, man. Yo! It's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods and wrenches. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. Mother Nature could come destroy everything, and now you're homeless. So make sure you get back. The kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians. It's Tuesday, y'all. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Remember, CPD can't save you or your local police department. So make sure you're aware of your surroundings and know where your kids are. All right, y'all. I got two stories for y'all. First story we talking about is Money Duke. Money Duke killers. We got to talk about them because they caught, but then they still out in the street. Hey, so we got to talk about that situation, and we talking about Chief Keef and Lil Durk influence for the good or the bad, man. Just hit me out. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook Market, AJ, he hooking it up. I will be going live tonight, y'all. I'm not reviewing nobody else's content. I'm talking on my own. And if you take my content and you got my content in your videos, I suggest you to take my shit out your videos, man. We playing ball now. Hey, all right. First story we talking about is Money Duke. So Money Duke and Youngin and they cousin was shot down at Club Pork Chop on the north side. And what we learned from the whole thing is the scanner and everything that the killers took the bus. The killers took the bus. They was on the bus when they got the phone call. And when they got the bus and they already had guns on them because they hijacked somebody for a cop. And then 8 minutes later, Money Duke was killed with the same cop. With the same cop that end up in the back of the gardens. Now, they always got the homicide suspect. They always had them caught. The guys them on the bus, they rap like mummies though, but that's why the police can't get identification. Like you can hide a person caught, you can see them, but you gotta have somebody identify them. And that's the story with a lot of homicides that's around the city. If nobody don't identify him, and the police can't identify him like they did J Dog murder, like they said, oh man, we know that's him. We know that's him because we arrested him. Then they gonna be walking around free, man, until somebody identified them. But they are identified far as like they caught on camera. They caught on, you know what I'm talking about, on that bus. If they ain't caught nowhere else, you know. And then they flew through traffic lights, all the cameras to get to the garden. So they is caught, man, but they ain't arrested, man. I know it sounds bad, but a lot of these murders will be solved because Duke and them, like I said,
All
they was
right.
under federal investigation. Zoo and them under federal
Checking
investigation.
stuff out
They had
here.
Money Duke in there in the O Block paperwork as the boss. That's what his homies now from O Block told them, that Money Duke is the leader. Now that Vaughn gone, and yeah, so they case is close to getting solved, but it ain't. Everybody know who did it. They know who did. They can see who did it. But when you ask like the friends or somebody who know the person or might know the person or have a hunch to get him, they saying they don't know. They playing crazy, man. They want they get back, man. But I thought I should come and tell y'all, man, that Lil Durk ain't got nothing to do once again with Money Duke killing, man. He was mad at him and all that shit about his sister and them. But he ain't killed Money Duke, man. He had nothing to do. Money Duke died, you know, later on, 2024. Money Duke died, man. And Dirk ain't had nothing to do with it. We know that's for sure. You know, it's a war going on, an inside war. And I just think the feds gonna go for that inside war because they the same gang and they all killing each other. But
I have my own principles. I don't want to be trampled on forever. Do you think I'm a beggar?
What you just watched wasn't actually dubbed by a professional voice actor. That entire clip was translated, voice matched, and perfectly lip synced in one click using Higgsfield's brand new audio feature. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and why this completely changes the game for AI video. Higgsfield has always been one of the best platforms for AI video because it puts every top model in one place. But the one thing it's been missing until now is audio, and that just changed. If I hover over audio in the top navigation bar, I can see three options: voiceover, change voice, and translation. Each one does something different, and all three can be run on professional voice models. When I click into audio, I land on the main interface. There's a prompt box at the bottom center of the screen, and on the left side of that prompt box, I can switch between voiceover, change voice, and translate depending on what I need. Right below the prompt box, there's a model selector, and this is where it gets interesting. I can choose between 11v3, Minimax Speech, and Vibe Voice. I'm going with 11v3 because that's 11 Labs running directly inside Higgsfield. 11 Labs is the #1 voice AI in the world right now. Their model handles tone, pacing, and emotion better than anything else available, and having it built into the same platform where I generate my videos means I never have to export, re-import, or manually sync anything. 11v3 costs $22 per month if you use it directly through 11 Labs, but having it integrated into Higgsfield means you're getting that same premium model as part of your existing subscription. You're essentially getting professional voice AI at a fraction of the standalone cost. I'll start with VoiceOver to show you how the basics work, and then I'll get into the feature that makes this whole update worth it. VoiceOver is the text-to-speech side of the tool. I write a script in the prompt box, pick a voice, and Higgsfield generates an audio file from it. On the right side, I can browse through the voice presets. There are over 40 of them, split between male and female, and each one has a specific character to it. Some are warm and conversational, some are bold and cinematic. You can use punctuation to control pacing and emphasis. 3 dots create natural pauses, all caps adds emphasis, and question marks change how the sentence ends. This gives you insane control over the performance without needing to re-record. I'll select a voice called Harrison.
I'm Harrison. My voice is the sound of a legacy in the making.
Which has a clean mid-range tone that works well for narration. Then I'll type a short script in the prompt box. I'll type, the market shifted faster than anyone predicted, and by the time the rest of the industry caught up, the window had already closed. I'll hit generate, and within a few seconds, I have a fully produced voiceover that sounds like it came from a professional recording studio.
The market shifted faster than anyone predicted, and by the time the rest of the industry caught up, the window had already closed.
The pacing is natural, the tone matches the content, and because I'm using 11v3, there's none of that flat robotic quality you get from cheaper text-to-speech tools. Now I'll try a completely different voice to show you how much the character changes. I'll switch to Sterling.
I am Sterling.
Which has a lower, more dramatic delivery, and I'll type a different line. She stepped through the doorway, and everything she thought she knew about that house turned out to be wrong.
She stepped through the door.
Yo, yo.
And everything she thought she knew about that house turned out to be wrong.
And Just like that, the vibe completely flips into something much darker and more suspenseful. That's the advantage of having over 40 presets to choose from, because the right voice turns a flat narration into something that actually fits the tone of your content. You can also adjust the language of the voiceover. 11v3 supports over 70 languages, so if you need narration in Spanish or Japanese or French, you write the script in that language, pick a voice, and it handles the pronunciation natively instead of just reading foreign words with an English accent. This is great for faceless content, narration, or any project where you need professional audio from a script. But the feature that really shows off what this integration can do is change voice. So voiceover handles text to speech, but change voice is where things get serious, because this one takes any video where someone is speaking and replaces the voice with a completely different one while keeping the lip sync perfectly matched to the new audio. I made a clip earlier inside Higgsfield of a man in a leather jacket standing in a warehouse, and I used one of the video models to generate the whole thing from a single prompt.
I told them this was a bad idea from the very beginning. Now we have exactly 12 hours to fix the mess they made before the entire system goes down for good.
The visuals came out great, moody lighting, shallow depth of field, and the character is looking straight at the camera like he's about to deliver a speech. But the voice that came with it just doesn't fit the mood of the scene, so I want to swap it out for something that actually matches. I'll switch to change voice on the left side, upload the video, and browse through the voice presets. There's no prompt to write here, because you're just picking the voice you want on whatever the character is already saying. I'll go with Gideon.
I'm Gideon.
Because his deep texture delivery.
Yeah, I tried.
I'll hit generate.
I tried this new thing in Kling where you can just prompt. I don't know, just not working good for me. So this is why it's giving me. It just looks like AI. This just looks like AI, disjointed, you know. So I'm just bringing the functionality of, you know, that I have to this. Come on. Shit.
Let's go. How did we are.
So,
within Grok Imagine, copy the Kling Studio that I just attached in the first image within here, within Grok Imagine. Just redesign so that it looks exactly just like this, except it will just be Grok. But it should look exactly like the attached image within this application that's currently open. Not double Imagine and Grok Imagine. Just make Grok Imagine, that's it. No need to say remove the Imagine one. Just leave Grok Imagine and make sure everything is working correctly, and redesign it so that it looks like this image attached. And also remove the volume by default. The volume needs to be activated for these videos to play. make sure you pin the prompting space and the at the top grok imagine and back and select and upload. Pin those, the top and the bottom, pin them to their places. That way we can just scroll within the images, within the videos in between. Then when you after that, also do update grok. Here is the right grok. Get the API and update the API. Make sure that it's working perfectly in Lovable or ZXR Studios. Here is the API link. Do what you need to do and fix it and enable the system to work correctly.
I told them this was a bad idea from the very beginning. Now we have exactly 12 hours to fix the mess they made before the entire system goes down for good.
Look at that. The voice matches the character perfectly. The lip movements are frame accurate to the audio. It doesn't look like a voiceover was dropped on top of a video. It looks like this person actually said those words on camera. The jaw movements, the pauses between sentences, the way the mouth closes on certain words, all of it lines up. Now, if I want to use my own voice instead of a preset, I can do that too. Right in the voice preset section, there's a create custom voice option at the top. I'll click it, and here I can either upload an audio file or record one directly in the browser. Higgsfield takes up to 2 minutes of audio, clones my voice, and saves it as a custom preset I can use on any future project. I get up to 3 custom voice slots, which means I can have my own voice plus 2 others saved and ready to go whenever I need them. I'll record a quick sample right now, just a few sentences in my normal speaking voice. And once it finishes processing, my voice shows up in the preset list as a selectable option, just like Harrison or Gideon. So I'll upload another video I generated, this time a man in a coffee shop explaining something to the camera, select my clone voice, and hit generate. The biggest mistake most people make when starting a new project is overthinking their gear. You do not need a massive expensive camera to get started, because good natural lighting and clear audio matter so much more. And it works. The character in the video is speaking with my voice, and the lip sync matches perfectly. If you're building a faceless brand or a UGC channel where you want every character to sound like you, this is how you do it, and you only have to record the sample once. So whether I'm building a character for an AI short film, creating UGC style ads, or just adding my own narration to generated footage, Change Voice handles all of it without me ever leaving the platform. And there's one more feature in the audio tab that takes this even further, and I want to show you what it can actually do with something you'll recognize. Translate is the third tool in the audio tab, and instead of just telling you how it works, I'm going to show you with something a bit more fun. I'm going to drop this viral Chinese animation clip into the Translate tool and convert the audio to English, because if it can handle a fast-talking animated character with exaggerated mouth movements, it can handle anything. I'll switch to Translate, upload the clip, set the target language to English, and hit generate.
I have my own principles. I don't want to be trampled on forever. Do you think I'm a beggar?
And there it is. The character is now speaking English, and the mouth movements match the new audio. It's not a subtitle overlay or a dubbed voiceover floating on top. The lips are actually syncing to the English words, even on an animated character with stylized movements. That's a hard test, and it passed it clean. But I want to take this one step further. I'm going to go back to the Change Voice tab, upload this newly translated English clip, and again, I'm going to use my own custom voice that I cloned earlier. I'll select my voice, let it process, and generate. I have my own principles. I don't want to be trampled on forever. Now this animated beaver meme character is speaking English in my voice with perfectly synced lips. That's 3 layers of AI audio, translation, voice cloning, and lip sync, all done inside one platform in about 2 minutes. Think about what that means for a second. I took a clip that was in a language I don't speak, translated it, and then made the character sound like me. That entire process used to require a translator, a voice actor, lip sync software, and probably a video editor to stitch it all together. And now it's 3 clicks inside one tab. And this is where it clicks for anyone making content at scale. If you have a video that's performing well in one language, you can translate it into Spanish, Japanese, Korean, French, Arabic, Portuguese, or any of the other supported languages in a single click. You don't need to re-record anything, you don't need translators, and you don't need voice actors. The lip sync adjusts automatically, so the result looks like it was originally filmed in that language. And with 11 Labs built directly into Higgsfield, you get studio quality audio to match your visuals, and the entire workflow stays inside one single platform. The real value here isn't just the individual features, it's having everything integrated. You don't have to deal with multiple subscriptions, file exports, or anything else. You got everything right here. If you want to try Higgsfield Audio yourself, I've left a link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
talk about today is how my company built an AI app that was so good, we're able to bring it to an exit for $650 million, and how you can do that too. All right? So really we're talking about three big ideas today. The first is, what ideas to pick? How do you decide what to pursue? Second is how you actually build it. And third, and honestly often overlooked, is how you take that thing that you built and market and sell it successfully in the market. Before we dive into this, a little bit about me, so you know who's talking to you. I grew up a coder. I've been building stuff as long as I can remember. It's probably the same as basically everybody here. Bit of a side quest for me.
Apollo Jackson.
Law and policy, and I became a lawyer.
Great. How you feeling?
Man, I'm out here, man. I'm out here doing, doing my thing, pushing files and all that. You know how it goes, brother. How's everything on your end? How's life, bro?
God is great. Everything beautiful, bro.
Nice. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. A quick thing. Snyder is in Brazil. We wanted to get some pointers from you. I think he tried to call you.
Yo, that's why you called me from WhatsApp. I called him back.
Yeah.
So we playing phone tag. All right, so I'm gonna have to call him back again ASAP.
Yeah. He's in Brazil. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Okay.
Apollo's hood right there.
Let's see. It depends if he's in Campinas or in Rio.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so
he's in Rio. He's in Rio, actually.
Rio. Okay.
Yeah.
My man be moving.
Yeah, he's moving. He was doing some work over there.
What about you? You legit now. You can move around, right?
Yes, sir. I can move around now. Shit.
Okay. I'm thinking about maybe doing let me see, maybe next month. No, actually not next month. Probably May. Doing DR. I'll let you know.
Let me know. Yeah, May is my birthday too, so.
Yeah, it's quick 2 days, 3 days.
Gotcha.
Nothing crazy. But how's the family? The
Yeah,
princess is good.
The family is great. The princess is good. Just everyone is great, man. Can't complain. Growing.
Yeah, so you uptown or downtown? You in the city?
Nah, Brooklyn.
Oh, how you liking it there?
Nah, just moving here. Just moved here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just. I mean, I've been in Brooklyn for a minute, but moving to a different place in Brooklyn. Yeah, but Brooklyn is just work, because it's closer to the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just a place for work.
The studio, you say, is a vibe. I'm never in Brooklyn, but now I know when I make it out there, pull up.
Yeah, Brooklyn so
what
far.
part?
I'll be in Bed-Stuy.
Okay, nice.
This time around, but currently I'm in Prospect Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in Bed-Stuy in on the 1st.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, sir. How's everything with you? Are you doing any AI stuff, or you haven't gotten into it?
What was that?
Are you doing any AI type of stuff, or you haven't gotten into it?
Nah, not really. I've been more in the POS game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So but in terms of AI, I feel like the cannabis industry is a little, just like, I don't know, the hospitality cannabis, F&B, like food and beverage, they're just behind with the AI stuff. So it is a little frustrating. I mean, I'm no whiz, but it's just like, I always feel like in these industries, the hospitality industries, they're a lot more guerrilla, and then when you always trying to come up with new ideas, push something new, is going against the grain, which is kind of annoying.
Gotcha.
But I think the best way what I'll be interested in is tying stuff. I think we spoke about stuff like this, tying stuff together with AI and the POSs to give the just best of customer experiences and more of how can I say like a platform that's easier for purchasing.
Gotcha.
Cannabis, drinks, whatever. But learning, I feel like I learned this industry. Well, I learned in 10 years in food and beverage and the cannabis industry, so it's been good.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Snyder.
Okay.
Hit him back. But
bro, when you in Manhattan, pull up to the store, bro. My office is on by Grand Central.
Oh, nice. Where in Grand Central?
44th Street and 2nd Avenue.
44th and 2nd. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, I would. Let me see. This week for sure. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, if you around, I'll make sure I'm around. Say what's up.
Yeah, and I'll show you the stuff that I've been doing, the AI stuff I've been doing as well.
I would love that.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. I hope you have a good night.
All right, bro. You too. Talk soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.
And speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me? Oh, yeah? Well, I only got 10, so here's 10, I owe you 10. Thanks. Hey, Mo, you owe me 20. Well, here's 10, I'll owe you 10. You owe me 20. Here's 10, I owe you 10. Here's the 10 I owe you. Here's the 10 I owe you. Here's the 10 I owe you. Good, now we're all even. And speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me? Oh, yeah? Well, I only got 10, so here's 10, I owe you 10. Thanks. Hey, Mo, you owe me 20. Well, here's 10, I'll owe you 10. You owe me 20. Here's 10, I owe you 10. Here's the 10 I owe you. Here's the 10 I owe you. Here's the 10 I owe you. Good, now we're all even. Speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me? Oh.
Let's go back to this. Alright, so the names that you're giving us, there'll be one name but with the at the beginning like this. So we're gonna get that. So right now I'm just updating my, I'm just updating the site, but then I'm gonna play around with it. While that is happening over there, I will go to our site. Oh, we'll go back to this. Okay. Oh, location as well. Okay. This one is a little better at this film studio. Yeah, that is happening over there, and we'll do the same. Wait, what? Interesting. Huh. let's just analyze character. How come it's only one character? Location, props. I would love for you to make them one name. For example, Blue Da Vinci should be one name. Big Mitch should be one name. Big Cuz should be one name. But all these guys should be one name. And also make sure the location are properly tagged and the characters are properly tagged. The locations as well as the props and elements, and also when make sure that we have all of the members as extras or whatever, with the main actors being Big Mitch as the main actor, then Bo part of the main people, and Blue Da Vinci as being the investment, the superstar of the group, Big Mitch, and pretty much all the people that I gave you should be in there somehow. So the characters, I need more characters than these. Then pretty much I need like 10 characters, that are the ones that I've given you, at least 15 of those as extras, people sitting in the back, someone in the passenger seat, someone who just passes through, whatever, but they need to be in there, 10 people at least. Okay? And in crowds and photos, do a scene where they're in a limo, a stretch limo, just make it dramatic and make it good and make it believable and add everything that needs to be added. Add extra dramatic and make sure that we have more characters than this. We need about 10 characters with Big Mitch. Hello? Hey, baby. I'm doing good. How are you? Nice. I'm about to go for my run. Wait, what are you up to? You had your breakfast? That's good. Alright, sounds good, baby. Rest. Alright, cool. We'll chat then. Okay. Yeah, I will be free. I'll make time for you. Alright, but I'm going for my run now. Okay. Working towards being sexy out here. She. Yep. Alright, baby. So I'll call you once I get back. Alright. Bye bye. And all the characters should have an at symbol at the beginning. All the characters being used should have an at symbol at the beginning.
And I had a pretty conventional, though brief, legal career. Law school, clerkship, big law firm, etc. I think like anybody who builds stuff and then goes to one of these old professions like law or accounting or
Yep, it's true. It's not hype or clickbait or anything like that. OpenAI has decided to completely kill off Sora. The app that brought Guy running with a cruise ship and, subways crashing through a subway, and the tool that brought us these cameo features like this. I've got something wild. This is the Robot XR, an autonomous robotic wheelchair with LiDAR, optical voice, and voice control. Check out the display and those self-steering wheels. I'm going to hop in and let it run a demo. It's going away. The official Sora app on X put out this tweet. We're saying goodbye to the Sora app. To everyone who created with Sora, shared it, and built community around it, thank you. What you made with Sora mattered, and we know this news is disappointing. We'll share more soon, including timelines for the app and API and details on preserving your work. The post on X was met with mixed reactions, and a lot of people started speculating, well, maybe this just means that they're getting rid of the Sora app, and they're just going to move video creation inside of ChatGPT. So instead of needing two separate apps, you can just do it all from one platform. But from everything I can tell, if we go back to last week, the Wall Street Journal reported that OpenAI to cut back on side projects and push to nail core business. OpenAI's top executives are finalizing plans for a major strategy shift to refocus the company around coding and business users, recognizing that a do-everything, all-at-once strategy has put them on the defensive. And it makes sense. I mean, over the last, year and a half, we've seen them launch, an N8N competitor that sort of disappeared into nothingness and nobody talks about anymore. We saw them release their own browser called Atlas, which was talked about for, a week, and then nobody used or talked about anymore. They also had Search GPT. Then they have Whisper for speech to text. And few people probably remember this, but they also had Jukebox for creating music with vocals. They had their DALL-E platform, which seemingly got replaced by the ChatGPT image platform. And of course, they had Sora. OpenAI's CEO of applications said, "We cannot miss this moment because we are distracted by side quests. We really have to nail productivity in general and particularly productivity on the business front." But the big problem that OpenAI has right now is compute. They're compute constrained. Everybody wants to use their models for things like coding, for things like ChatGPT and just text generation, for generating images in ChatGPT images, and of course for generating sort of meme videos in Sora that really have no real amazing use case other than just being memes. Computing resources often shifted from one team to another at the last minute, and the company's organizational structure grew complicated. OpenAI's Sora team was housed under the research division, even though it was responsible for launching one of the company's most high-profile products. Now, this article came before the announcement that they were getting rid of Sora, but it does lean heavily into Sora being one of these side quests. Fast forward to today, where we got this tweet from the actual Sora official account, and we got some inside scoops from the Wall Street Journal again, as well as from the information about where they're actually shifting their focus to. So let's start with the Wall Street Journal, and this is where we sort of get some confirmation that it's not just the Sora app going away, it's literally all of of Sora in general. CEO Sam Altman announced the changes to staff on Tuesday, writing that the company would wind down products that use its video models. In addition to the consumer app, OpenAI is discontinuing a version of Sora for developers and won't support video functionality inside of ChatGPT either. So they're getting rid of Sora in the API, they're winding down products that use the Sora video generator, they're getting rid of the app. OpenAI is in the middle of a strategy shift to redirect the company's computing resources and top talents towards so-called productivity tools that can be used by both enterprises and individual users. Last week, OpenAI announced that it was combining its ChatGPT desktop app, coding tool Codex, and browser into one super app. The company expects the consolidated product to align its employees around a single vision. So they're basically doing what Claude already did, right? Because you've got the Claude app for desktop, and that also includes Claude Cowork and Claude Code all inside of a single app. OpenAI went, yeah, that looks like a good idea, let's do that. OpenAI employees were surprised by the amount of computing resources the company poured into the project, given the lack of clear evidence of demand for the product. This also makes that Disney deal that happened not too long ago very interesting. Like, how is that gonna play out? In December, Disney said it would invest $1 billion in OpenAI. As part of the deal, OpenAI was set to license more than 200 characters from Disney, allowing users to create and share AI-generated videos with beloved Disney characters. The 3-year agreement allowed people to wield lightsabers with Luke Skywalker or insert themselves into Toy Story. Back when Sora came out, I actually made a video about it, and my opinion on it was, I personally think it's more of a novelty. That like Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, once you've run out of weird random stuff to generate,